Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Simple Art for Adults. My name is Erin, and today I have a gift that I received from a lovely coloring fairy who wishes to remain anonymous. I am very, very appreciative of this gift, and so far, what I've used of them, I do really like them, and I will give you a sneak peek. I have been using them this morning in my Johanna Basford planner, and I'm currently working on doing the background. I've done some of the greens and the purples with these Chameleon Color Tones. The background kind of looks not so good right now, but it will by the time I finish it. The two flamingos were done with polychromos, so those aren't done with this. And here's all everything I have to do this week, so yay! So today my chair is squeaky. Today I thought what we would do was take a look into these Chameleon Color Tones colored pencils, and I'll just give you, my first impressions. I'm not gonna do the full-fledged review on these. There are so many of those on YouTube, and I'm sure, if you really wanted to find like a professional review, you could do so fairly easily. I'd rather just give you my first impressions and maybe swatch them out for you here on camera so you can see what they look like. So when we open the box, you'll notice that there are 25 different pencils, and each pencil has two sides. So you're going to get a total of 50 different colors in your 25 pencils. These pencils have been designed in such a way that each of the two colors are designed to blend. They are designed for layering and blending, kind of like a cheat sheet for you, so that you don't have to think so much about what colors blend with what colors. You can blend them differently. Like, I've used all these different blues and I've blended several of them together, and they do work like that as well, so you don't necessarily have to follow along with what they're telling you to do. This box is pretty nifty. It folds out just like this. Then you bring the bottom side around and you have a handy little pencil easel that holds your pencils up for you while you're working. And so I thought what we would do is we would take a look at each of the individual pencils, and I will swatch them out. So we're doing the Chameleon Color Tones, 50 colors. Now, these swatch charts are available at Coloring Pages Bliss. You can download those. I don't know if they're free or if you need to be a premium member to download them. If you want to become a premium member, it's like $5 a month, and you get access to way more than this. You get all kinds of coloring pages and things too, so it is well worth it. This is what your pencil is going to look like. It's going to say Chameleon made in Austria on one side, and on the other side it tells you the different colors. So this is pencil number 1, and it's got 101 and 102 to show you there are two different colors on this pencil. So we have soft white on one side and cream on the other. So that's how I'm actually going to swatch. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put soft white and cream in the same box. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of it with the soft white and half of it with the cream. Now you won't be able to see the white, I'm sure, but that's okay. We're just going to put it there, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit so I can blend the two together. Again, I'm not going for perfection here, guys. So there's our soft white and our cream. And this is pencil number 1. So I'm just going to put a 1 up here in the corner. Yeah, we'll put it up here. So that's pencil number 1. Pencil number 2 is citrusy. So we have lemon peel for our first color, grapefruit for our second color. So let's go ahead and see what those look like. Now I am swatching these on a vellum Bristol paper, the Nina Exact 67-pound vellum Bristol white. It is my favorite pencil for colored pencils for a number of reasons. Number 1, it's nice and toothy, so it's going to pick up a lot of color without you having to do a bajillion layers. It's affordable. When you order it from Amazon, it runs anywhere from $5 to $8 usually for a pack of 250. I've had the same pack of paper forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, so it really is a good buy. Alright, so there's that one. And this is going to be lemon peel on the top. And grapefruit on the bottom. And this will be pencil number 2. More fruit. For this one we have papaya and kumquat. Again, these squares are big, so I'm not going to worry about getting it perfectly inside the square like I do with my smaller swatches. Smaller swatches. Say that 5 times fast. I do just want to have, in my swatch chart, an idea of what the colors look like. I'm going to go back and darken up the ends. This is pencil 3. Pencil 4, we have ginger. And that's going to be hard for you guys to see, spice. As you guys can see, the colors coming off the pencil don't necessarily match the pencil themselves. And that's why it's always a good idea to do these swatches. I know it's a pain, but I do them for pretty well every single pencil that I get. So, just for this reason. Because this color of this barrel and this color of this pencil don't really look the same. And that would have been quite disappointing if I would have expected the color on the barrel. This is pencil number 4. Speaking of swatches, I'm going to see if I can fix this. I'm sure you guys can see this already. See, there's like a little line down here. And I'm not sure if the coloring fairy who gifted these to me put this here, or if it was done by the company. That certainly does help, but for me personally, I like having the bigger swatch, and I like having it in my binder so I can easily go through and compare different colors in all of my different pencil brands. So if I want a very specific color and I have a very specific color in mind, it makes it easier for me. Now we have Mocha and Coffee for pencil 5. Let me move those back. That's a nice, pretty, rich brown. I do like that a lot. Oop! Throw everything. Have them meet in the middle. Darker at the bottom. And darker at the top. So Mocha and Coffee, and that's our pencil 5. Yeah, so you guys can see kind of how these colors were designed to really work together. Each one of these pairs of colors blends together fabulously, which is what they were after when they did it. This is going to be soft shell and light coral. So these are designed to be your lighter flesh tones. Very, very pretty colors. While using these pencils this morning, just to kind of color in my planner, there were some things that I really did like about them, and there are a couple things that are major drawbacks to me. They are soft pencils. They are nowhere near as soft as Prismacolor. So we'll go ahead and knock that out right out of the park. It's not going to be as soft as a Prismacolor. It is going to be softer than a Polychromos. It's going to be softer than, it is a soft pencil. I'll just say that. It's a relatively soft pencil. The color vibrancy is definitely there. The colors are very, very bright. They're very pretty. They're all quite different. I do appreciate that. The one major drawback to these, well, actually there's two major drawbacks to these, but they do kind of fit together. We have red pepper and watermelon for this one, for pencil 7. These pencils for this set are about $50. And for those of you I know who regularly buy pencils and who don't mind spending their money on pencils, $50 may not seem to be a whole lot to you guys, because, you know, there's other brands that are going to cost 3 times that for 50 pencils. However, with those brands, when you use up a color, you can go and buy another pencil to replace it. And what's more, when you're buying 50 pencils from another brand, you're actually getting 50 full pencils. When you buy these Chameleon Color Tones, you're getting 50 half pencils. So you're not getting the full pencil. You're getting about 4 inches of pencil on each side, which is about half a pencil. And once you use them up, that's it. You have to buy another $50 set to replace it, because these only come in the one set. And I did check the Chameleon website today just to be certain. I have emailed Chameleon's customer service this morning to let them know that, you know, I do YouTube reviews. I was going to be looking into their pencils, and I was going to be showing them off today. And I was going to go ahead and say, as far as I'm aware, and with absolute certainty, Chameleon does not sell open stock pencils on their website. So I did write them a message, and I asked them if this is something they are thinking of perhaps doing in the future, because that would have a huge influence on many colors' decision on whether or not to actually buy these pencils. For me, if there's no plan to, if there's absolutely zero plan to offer them an open stock at some point in the future, it's not something that I honestly think I would purchase again. And it has nothing to do with the quality of these pencils. They are excellent, excellent pencils. The quality's fabulous. They've done a fantastic job of matching up the colors so that they work together. That's not the issue. We have lychee and strawberry here. Oop, can't write. The problem is that I can't justify personally spending another $50 to replace a color I've run out of. My favorite color is purple, and there are only there's 2 purple pencils, 4 purple colors in total. And I know I'll use those a lot, so if I run out of them, I have no choice but to buy another set, and that's $50 every single time. So, I mean, the longer that I go on using the pencils, if I really decide that I like them and that I absolutely can't live without them, I mean, there's a chance that I would buy another set. There's a chance. It's just, given what I know right now, it's not very likely. Which is really sad, and I wish more pencil manufacturers would consider that. And I'm not so sure what the difficulty is for them to offer their pencils open stock. You know, they're making the pencils anyway, so how about instead of putting them in the boxes, you know, you just keep some outside the boxes and sell them. The price for these in the set is $2 a pencil, and that's something that I pointed out in the email that I wrote to Chameleon. The price is about $2 per pencil, or $1 per color. And at that price, you know, you can go out and buy the Polychromos open stock, which are a well-known light fast pencil. So I did point this out to Chameleon, and I am waiting to hear back from them. And as soon as I do, I will absolutely be 100% sure to let you know. Now we have Fluorescent Pink and Hot Pink. But yeah, for me, and I don't know how you guys feel, and I'm not saying it should be the same for everyone, but for me, open stock availability is a huge, 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 huge factor. I get pencil anxiety when I get to the bottom of a pencil and it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to put it in a pencil extender. I start getting nervous, and I know that I'm going to need to order another pencil very, very soon, and I usually will order it before it hits pencil extender status. So when there's not open stock available and I can't do that, it's gonna give me anxiety. That's just me. So that's not something that it's not something that makes my coloring experience enjoyable, which is, you know, I would start saving for the Holbeins because from what I understand, they're really good pencils, but there's no open stock. So I'm not saying that it's wrong for other people to order them. If you guys love them, order them, use them, enjoy them. For me, it would just give me anxiety to know that I can't replace my favorite color once it's gone. So it would make me very sad. This is Pink Orchid and Thistle. These are very pretty colors. I was using these in my planner this morning. I do like them. It's 11. Alright, 12 we have Iris and Heather. I should have written that afterward. That's InkJoy. It'll smear everywhere. Oh well. Hopefully it'll be dry by the time we get up there. Yes, I realize I'm being messy about this. Like I said, they're large squares, so I'm not incredibly concerned about perfection with the swatches. As long as I can see the color and see the gradient, I'm happy. Let's see. Cobalt Blue and Midnight Blue. There is a little dust that comes off these, but nothing, nothing that isn't manageable. So that's not a deterrent whatsoever. These feel like they are wax pencils and not oil pencils. However, I could be wrong. I'm not 100% certain. To be fair, I should have done that research before I started the video, but that's okay. It's something we can always look up later, and perhaps somebody that's watching knows the answer for certain and can enlighten all of us, so that's always helpful. And that's pencil 13. Then we have Azure and Electric Blue. That's a pretty color. This one is too. Those are some nice blues. These are the ones I've been using in my, the first two I'm starting with my background, and I'm going to come back. There are some lighter blues, so I'm going to come back with those and finish it out. This is 14. And then 15 we have Powder Blue and Wedgwood Blue. Never heard of Wedgwood. So powder blue at the top. Wedgwood blue at the bottom. That was a nice color. It looks like an electric blue. The powder blue is going to be a perfect light blue sky color. I like that. For pencil 16, we have Bay Blue and Caribbean Sea. I'm a writer for a living and I can never remember how to spell Caribbean. How terrible is that? Is it 2 R's or is it 2 B's? It's 2 B's, I do know, but I always have to think about it every single time. The Caribbean Sea is just gorgeous. Love that color. $16. 17, we have Teal and Pine. Oh my, it's a very lovely teal. Very, very pretty. The pine is also really, really cute. So the thing about these colors, you can tell that they've taken a lot of time to get their pigments just the right color, because these are just gorgeous. This is that was 17. This is going to be 18. We have Mint and Jade. The mint is indeed quite minty. I do like that. And the Jade. The Jade reminds me of the Polychromos Emerald Green. It's going to be 18. We're getting there, guys. I know you guys probably didn't want to sit through this whole swatching. We have Shamrock and Clover. And that's like a Prismacolor apple green almost. Very, very pretty color. And the Clover is just slightly darker, about the same brightness. Alright, so we've got, oh, throw that one. This one we've got Cactus Green and Summer Leaf. I can't write today. A little bit more yellow in it than the greens before. Another thing I noticed about these pencils before you guys run out and buy them, they don't erase very well. So, you know, if you're used to, you know, even a Prismacolor will erase a little bit and do a pretty good job. And so will the Polychromos, as long as you don't put too heavy pressure. These, even with light pressure, you're going to really struggle to erase them. 21 is Pear and Basil. That's an exceptionally light yellowy green. The Basil has a nice earthy tone. 21. 4 to go, guys. Avocado and Spanish olive. I like that some of the names are similar. So, you know, the avocado and the Spanish olive are both pitted fruits, and then you have lemon peel and grapefruit at the top, which are both citrus fruits. Then you have mocha and coffee as a pair. You have lychee and strawberry as a pair. I think that's pretty clever. We have smoke and slate. Or 23, I'm sorry. It's going to be a nice warm gray tone. This slate also appears to be a warm gray, just darker. Is cool gray and silver gray. Trying to keep this in the screen enough for you all to see it. And this is going to be a cool gray because it's got a blue undertone. I thought I did that backwards. This one's even bluer. And one more, guys. And the last one is going to be black and warm gray. Move the paper so you can see just a little better. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a warmer gray. It's almost like a French gray. And then the black, of course. Okay, one thing I'm going to tell you right away, this is the first time I've used the black. The black is not black. The black is definitely a dark gray. Matter of fact, I think the Prismacolor 90% grays are probably going to be darker than this black. So, don't expect a super dark black out of your Chameleon set. It does blend nicely with that gray though. So, alright guys. Oh, and that's 25. There you have it. There's my quick and easy Chameleon Color Tones 50 color swatch chart. As you can see, you do get a very nice variety of color. There's plenty of yellow. Well, I mean, the yellows and oranges, you're definitely getting more pinks and more blues and more greens than anything else. The watermelon or the strawberry, one or the other, appear to be probably the reddest reds you're going to get. That's a problem I often have in colored pencil sets, is that there's not an actual true, like a red, like a fire engine red. And it appears that's going to be the case for this set as well. There is the watermelon, which comes pretty close, so we can work with that. The black isn't truly black. It's going to be more of like a 90% gray out of the Prismacolor series. Those of you who have Prismacolors know exactly what I mean. A Prismacolor black is black. And then you have your set 90%, which are almost black but not quite. That's what this is reminiscent of. You have a huge variety of greens. There's 4 purples here. So out of a set of 25 or 50 colors, having 4 purples is good. You're going to get a couple different pinks. You're going to get several blues. You're going to get several greens. The yellow and orange selection leaves a little bit to be desired. That makes me a little bit sad. The browns, there definitely aren't a whole lot of browns, so you're only going to get, you know, actually 2 actual browns, and then if you want to consider your ginger spice a brown, but that's more of a like a red or a terracotta. So for me, for the price, and it's $49.99 for the 25 pencils that give you 50 colors, and the fact that you cannot buy them open stock when you run out, as far as I know. Now, I have emailed Chameleon, and we're going to clarify that 100% for sure. Is it a great little set to have? Absolutely. The colors blend phenomenally. They lay down on the paper like a dream. They're nice and soft. They don't require, you know, tons and tons of sharpening. So I am pleased with the overall quality of the color and the pigment in the color. I just don't think it's something that people are going to run out and buy based on the color selection and based on the price and based on the fact that you can't replace the pencils. And that is my personal opinion. I do want to thank my coloring fairy. She knows who she is, for sending these pencils to me. They are going to get a lot of love. I am going to love them, love them, love them. And who knows, in the meantime, I may decide that when I run out of the Chameleon Color Tones, that I'm going to go ahead and buy another set. Or maybe I can just pester Chameleon to death until they decide to sell us open stock pencils, which would be even better. I can be pretty persuasive, so, you know, maybe if we all chimed in and told them we want open stock, we could make it happen. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I am going to put some links in the bottom of the screen down in the description box of all the different products that I used here today. If the Chameleon Color Tones are available on Amazon, I will put a link to those as well. Please bear in mind that those are affiliate links. If you click those and you buy something from Amazon through one of my links, I do get a small commission. It's really just pennies, and I'm just telling you to be nice and transparent about it. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and then click the little bell that appears so you'll know when I've put up a new video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, so that more people get a chance to see it, and that'll really, really help my channel grow. Please feel free to join our community over on Facebook. It's Simple Art for Adults. Be sure to join the group. There's all kinds of friendly people in there. It's just like one big family, and we are always happy to welcome new members. Again, everybody, I do want to thank you very much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed my first impressions and swatching of the Chameleon Color Tones pencils, and I wish all of you a happy color.